You'd think Italian restaurants would dominate the immigrant food scene in New York, Toronto, and London. But here's what's wild. Jamaican restaurants are exploding across these major cities, pulling in crowds that would make any restaurateur jealous. And get this, it's not just homesick Jamaicans flocking to these restaurants. From Wall Street suits to college students, everyone craves jerk chicken, curry goat, and much more. But what's really going on here? Is this just about the food, or is there something deeper simmering in these kitchens? Step into Pepper's Jerk Chicken on Flatbush Avenue in Brooklyn, and you will understand. Every morning at 4 o'clock, while the city sleeps, smoke from their famous jerk pit wafts through the neighborhood, a signal to locals that something extraordinary is coming. By lunchtime, the line stretches around the block. But what keeps bringing people back isn't just their perfectly spiced jerk chicken, it's the feeling of being transported straight to Jamaica with every bite. This isn't just happening in New York. Across the United States, over 1.1 million Jamaicans have made it their home. Add another 309,000 in Canada and 400,000 in the UK. You have a massive community hungry for a taste of home. But here's what's vital. These restaurants aren't just surviving, but becoming cultural landmarks. Take the Real Jerk in Toronto, a cornerstone of the city's Little Jamaica for over 30 years. Or Mama's Caribbean Grill in London's Brixton Market, where 3 generations of one family have been serving authentic Jamaican flavors since the 1970s. When you walk into Boston Bay Jerk in Atlanta or the Dutch Pot Jamaican restaurant in Miami, you are stepping into more than just a restaurant. These places are unofficial embassies of Jamaican culture. The walls are adorned with photos of Jamaica's heroes and landmarks. Bob Marley's music plays softly in the background. And the conversations, they flow between patois and English, creating a linguistic symphony that makes you forget you are thousands of miles from Jamaica. But it's not just about preserving tradition. Look at what's happening at places like Negril Village in Greenwich Village, New York. They are revolutionizing Jamaican cuisine while keeping its soul intact. Their oxtail dumplings and jerk chicken spring rolls might raise eyebrows in Kingston, but they are introducing a whole new generation to Jamaican flavors. Or consider what Jamrock Restaurant in Toronto is doing with their jerk lobster mac and cheese. It is a fusion done right, respecting tradition while embracing innovation. Quick pause here, and let me tell you something important. If you're enjoying this journey into Jamaican food culture, hit that subscribe button. We're serving up fresh content about Jamaica every week, and you don't want to miss what's coming next. The numbers tell an incredible story. Jamaicans abroad send back millions of dollars annually to the island. A significant portion of that money comes from these restaurant businesses. But at places like Aunt May's Caribbean Kitchen in London or Top Taste in Brooklyn, the value isn't just in the dollars, it's in the cultural currency these places generate. Consider what happens at Calabash Eatery in Toronto during major cricket matches or when Jamaicans are on the track. The place transforms into a piece of Jamaica, with people from all walks of life coming together to cheer, celebrate, and share in the joy of Jamaican culture. The same scene plays out at Pure Caribbean in London and Golden Crust locations across the United States. These restaurants are doing something remarkable, turning Jamaican food into a global language. At the Food Sermon in Brooklyn, you will find Wall Street executives having business meetings over curry goat. At Rhythm Kitchen, in London's Walthamstow Market, university students line up for beef patties between classes. And at Patois in Toronto, food critics rave about their innovative takes on traditional Jamaican dishes. But perhaps the most powerful stories come from the second and third generations. Take Juicy Jerk in London, started by 3 young British Jamaicans who wanted to honor their heritage while speaking to their generation. Or Sugarcane Restaurant in Brooklyn, where a daughter took her mother's recipes and created a modern dining experience that still feels authentically Jamaican. The impact goes beyond just food. These restaurants become gathering places during hurricanes or other crises back home, organizing relief efforts and fundraisers. Places like Nuts and Bolts in Toronto and Backyard in San Jose become impromptu community centers where people share job leads, apartment listings, and advice on navigating life in a new country. Most importantly, these restaurants are changing the narrative about immigrant communities. When Spice Isle Jerk House in London wins a local restaurant award, or when The Door in Queens gets featured in the New York Times, it's not just a win for one business, it's a victory for the entire community. It shows that when immigrants bring their culture to a new place, everybody wins. The community gets amazing food, entrepreneurs create jobs, and a piece of Jamaica blooms in unexpected places. So, the next time you pass a Jamaican restaurant in your city, remember, you're not just walking by a business. You're passing a piece of living history, a bridge between cultures, and a testament to the power of food to keep people connected across oceans. And once you step inside, you'll understand why Jamaicans abroad will never lose their taste for home.